Hello and welcome to our 2-episode stream of the Love Game. I'm so excited you're here. Seriously, welcome. We'll get into the content in just a little bit, but before we do, I want to introduce the incredible cast that is a part of this game. Myself, Mystic, aka Siera, founder and creative director of Ottoman Studio. I'm the host of the show. I am your game leader. I am the person who guides these beautiful players through this story. And then we have 4 incredible players. You'll catch Chris, aka at Carpe Christi Online, as Calypso, she, her pronouns, the siren, and the person choosing who she would like to go on a date with. Yes. Next up, we have Austin, aka at Sailor Scout Austin Online, and she is playing Penelope, she, they pronouns, a beautiful herbo who stumbled onto the set by accident and isn't really quite sure why she's there. Next up, we have Candace, aka at the Candace Marie Online. They will be playing Dr. Rebecca Bunsen, she, they pronouns, a scientist, a woman of brains and experimentation. And last but not least, we have Nala J. Wu, Nala or J, known online as at Knowledge Raws, playing Sascha Lin-Tomas, she, they pronouns, the boss, the businesswoman. What kind of business? Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't. That's our suitors. That's our cast. I hope you enjoy this beautiful riff on dating.sim, the rules light RPG by Possible Worlds and written by Tyler Crumrine. To the Love Game. I'm your host, Halie Havernash. It's nice to see everyone. We have 4 lovely individuals on the show today. 3 contestants, 1 suitor. Who will win her heart? Before we bring them out, let's meet them backstage. Our suitor for tonight is Calypso. Calypso? What brought you here? What are you looking for?
Well, hi, I am Calypso. I'm truly just looking for love. I've heard so many wonderful stories and fairy tales about how magical love can be, and I've been chasing that. Haven't really been able to find it yet, though. Someone who's really genuinely in love with me and not, my voice.
Valid. Well, I hope you find love tonight as well. Are you excited to meet the 3 contestants?
I am so excited. I'm so excited.
Great. We'll bring you on out to the stage over this way. We see Calypso walk out onto the stage. The crowd cheers and claps. There's a lovely stool sitting next to a screen blocking the other 3 contestants. All right. First up, contestant number 1, Penelope. What brings you here today?
That's me, I'm Penelope. I thought this was a gym. And there was some person backstage who was like, "Are you here for the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, the gun show." And then they had me come take a seat. But I'm really good at games, so
Fantastic. Do you want love? Are you interested in love? Do you have love already?
Oh, love is the most important thing in the entire world.
Right. That's fantastic. We'll see how you do, Penelope. Kind of fans as the host walks away to contestant number 2. Next up, we have Dr. Rebecca Bunsen. Doctor, what brings you on a show like this?
Yeah, I'm just a scientist that's, looking for someone to love me and be loved in return. I have so many gifts for the right special someone. And I'm looking for a connection that transcends, the soul and is really something that, we connect on a very deep level and have a very similar interest in things that make us passionate, like, in discovery.
Beautiful. Have you had love before in your life? And if so, what brings you here today without it?
My greatest love is science, and really all science, math rooted in reality. But I have to tell you, I'm ready to make some magic today.
That's great to hear. Great to hear. All right. Last but not least, we have Sascha Lin-Tomas. Sascha, what brings you onto the love game today?
Thank you for having me. I have tried for a very long time to find a partner who is the right fit for me. And, well, my assistant thought that perhaps I should try this out. And, well, nothing else has worked, so here I am.
Beautiful. Happy to have you on your search for love.
Thank you.
Have you found love before in your life? Have you had it, lost it, currently have it?
You could say all of the above, perhaps.
That is very great to hear. And with that, these are our contestants for today's episode of The Love Game. Thank you. Thank you. Our wonderful, wonderful host, Calypso, has a collection of questions she will be asking all of you. Calypso, do you have a question and a contestant you'd like to start with?
Yes, I would love to start with Penelope. Penelope, when did your last relationship end and why?
My last relationship ended like 2 years ago. It's been a while. I could get a date if I wanted to. I just been really focused on, I started building a deck, and then I realized I didn't know how to measure for the deck. I thought it was just like moving the wood around, which I'm really good at, but I don't know anything about like architecture, so it's mostly just like a pile of wood, but I'm really good at lifting it. We just grew apart. We were just really different people, and I really didn't want to move. They were like, we gotta move, and I was like, I really want to move. I like it here, and they ended up moving and didn't tell me, but it's fine. It's so okay.
Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for your answer. I really appreciate your candor there.
I don't know what candor means.
You're like bluntness and upfrontness about everything. I appreciate that. I actually would like to ask the same question to Dr. Rebecca, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. You're asking about my last relationship and why it ended?
Yes.
Oh, well, I haven't actually had many. I've had my notes for some, so my notions of, love and things like that are a basic than most people, but what I lack in experience for more than in enthusiasm, and I'm very well read, which means that whatever style of romance or love language you have, I can in type of thing, or the Helen of Troy killing, legions of people for eating, or if you like something a little bit more understated, like, tickets to your favorite concert, but whatever it is that you like, is what I like.
Wow, that's, I do think that one of the many traits, good qualities that I would want in a partner is someone who can compromise. So, thank you for your answer.
Of course.
Yeah. Sascha, what about you? You actually, I have the same question for you, but then you also said that you might currently have love. So I would be interested to know about that as well.
Of course, I identify as being polyamorous. I have a couple relationships, but they aren't long-term, they aren't serious, and they aren't what I'm looking for. Truthfully, I would love to settle down with someone someday.
Wonderful.
Is that something you are okay with?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Polyamory is where I come from, not an unusual thing. So that is A-okay with me. I would love to follow up with Penelope. You said that you were trying to build a deck. Do you enjoy building? Is that a hobby of yours? If not, what are some things that you like to do?
So, building the deck was like my dad's idea. He was like, when your mom left me, I built a deck. And I was like, okay, so I tried building a deck. And I didn't really ask follow up on like how to build the deck. And I didn't want to call him back. So one day I'll figure it out. I like to move stuff just like around. Being outside is cool. I like music a lot. And eating food, making food to eat it is also cool. And
cooking, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, cooking. And where did that come from?
The studio audience.
We do have a studio audience here, Penelope. If you look past the lights,
oh
you
shit!
See their shadows.
Wow. Okay. Hi. Every studio audience. That's cool. I watch TV.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, do you like plants?
I really do, actually. Yes, I do love plants. Do you have some plants in your home?
I helped move a tree. There was like a tree growing in my neighbor's yard. Now it's in my yard because they didn't want it there.
Wow. You must be very strong.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Okay. Well, thank you for your answer, Penelope.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you. So, Dr. Rebecca, like I kind of alluded to before, a quality that I would really appreciate in a partner is knowing how to compromise. And I would be really interested to know what sort of qualities you're looking for in a long-term romantic partner.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really like people who are very pretty interested in more brainy intensity. It can be a little off-putting, but it's just because I'm so passionate. So someone who's passionate, also, that's important. Someone who likes to explore. Someone with a high pain tolerance. Someone who really enjoys who they are as a person. I think someone who enjoys as well. I'm a fan of having a variety of pets and creatures with which to explore and try new things.
Interesting. I really wanted to ignore what you said about the pain tolerance, but I don't think I can. What did you mean by that?
Oh, just someone who is sturdy, maybe is what I should have said. I am very much a person who believes if your insides don't match your outsides, that you should be free to self-care your way to satisfaction. So I've done a couple of experiments with that on myself, and I would share those skills and talents with any interested person that wanted to, be romantic with me.
That is very intriguing. Thank you.
Of course, yes, of course, yeah.
So Sascha, I have this idea about you that you might be someone who has a lot of goals and dreams for the future. Would you be willing to share any of those with me?
Of course. Well, I have seen a lot of success in my life in the way of my business. But as far as finding true personal connections, people, I tend to struggle in that. I admit I have been married to my work, you might say, for years and years, and that has negatively impacted previous relationships of mine. I had found someone who I thought I would spend the rest of my life with, but unfortunately, he has passed on.
I am so sorry to hear that.
It is all right.
Wow.
A lot of time has passed.
Okay. What business are you in?
I am the CEO of Lin-Tomas National Realty Properties.
Wow.
We do commercial real estate all across the country, and also some luxury homes, and a good portion of our funding, the restoration and upkeep of historical buildings in the cities in which we operate.
I like that a lot. Thank you. Is history something that interests you in particular?
Of course. I think it's very important to know where we come from so that we know where we are going in the future.
Great.
Heartfelt answers all around from our contestants. Let's give them another round of applause out here. That's right. That's right. Calypso, such strong contenders. Is there a front runner already?
It's honestly really hard to tell. I think that Penelope is so funny and clearly very sweet, and just tells it like it is. Dr. Rebecca is very passionate, and that is what draws me to her too. Some of the things she has said has been a little confusing and maybe concerning, but I think with some clarification, that would be okay. And Sascha is just really, really knows what they want. And all three contestants really just are showing great promise at this point.
Fantastic. We are a little less than halfway through. Can't wait to hear what question you will ask next. Do you have one ready?
I do.
Okay.
I would love to know from Penelope, what are you most proud of?
I can only pick one thing? Can I pick two things?
Sure, why not?
Well, because like I feel like I have to like pick my cat, but that doesn't feel impressive. But if she watches this and she'll be angry that I didn't pick her now that I know we're like on TV, because she really likes to watch TV.
Oh.
But I also, I thought this was a gym because I was gonna go work out, but yesterday, I upped my bench press max and that was pretty cool.
What's your maximum?
I like 300.
Wow. That is very strong. You were not kidding. And I don't think it's silly at all.
See those biceps, Calypso.
Wow.
Can you see? Is it like can you see like the shadows or?
Yeah, I can. It is very impressive. And I don't think that it's strange at all to be proud of your cat. Taking care of something can be really hard. And the fact that you're able to take care of another animal shows that you have the capacity and the wherewithal to do something like that. And I think that's very sweet.
Yeah, they're just like my oldest friends, so.
That's also very sweet. Well, thank you so much for your answer.
You're welcome.
Dr. Rebecca, do you have a hidden talent?
Oh, well, our surgery and invention and a little bit of robotics here and there, cybernetics, things like that. Yes, I'm fairly good at playing the harp. I think it's because of the fine motor skills I need to do very high intensity long-term surgery trials. But yes, I play a full-sized harp. It sounds well, I've been told it sounds euphoric, if I may say so myself. Trying to impress you.
Well, consider me impressed. That is really cool. I am, I guess, technically a musician myself, being a siren, but I think that a duet would be something really fun that we could do together. What do you think about that?
Oh my goodness, my word! I would love to make beautiful music together. Honestly, I would learn whatever songs you liked if I don't know them already.
Well, great.
I do just want to take a second to acknowledge Dr. Bunsen. Is that blood on your collar?
What?
Blood? No. I know why you would think that. No, even as it's, the projects that I have, I'm not snappy as stressor. But I've been known to mix it up a little bit. I was going to say my cat is a secret talent of mine as well. I reattached her leg, and now she has a really cool extension leg that can do all kinds of cool things. It helps her go faster, and it's probably ink.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk. Is your cat Inspector Gadget?
What's the inspiration? Thank you for understanding, Penelope. That was excellent. You are funny. Wonderful.
So when you say reattach, do you how do I say this? Did you first remove the leg in order to put this new leg on, or was it just already
Oh,
gone?
no. No, I wouldn't remove someone's leg without consent. It's no fun if you do it that way. That's creepy, right? No, she was unfortunately hit by a vehicle, struck. And, I found the leg and I found her and she was in quite an amount of pain. And I adopted her, my cat. And, yeah, the leg compound material, made of some titanium alloys, as well as her original bone, to try the body doesn't reject it. So, we're making advancements every day.
That's very impressive. I'm
Thank you.
very impressed by that. Thank you. So, Sascha, I would actually really love to know what your family is like and what those family dynamics mean to you.
Of course. Well, unfortunately, both my parents have passed by now, but I had a very close relationship with them growing up. Both of them instilled in me from a very young age, I think, the passion and the drive that I have used to see success in my life. My father was a businessman, and he tried to start a vineyard, actually, in California. It was somewhat successful. It does not exist anymore after his passing. Unfortunately, he had cancer. But my mother, she was around a little bit longer. Very quiet woman. She taught me bonsai, which I still do now. It's a little thing I do to pay homage to her, and it's very relaxing if you've never tried it. And I see the gentle guiding of these plants into specific shapes is rewards patience, and is very meticulous, which is something that I enjoy.
Oh, yeah. I've never tried doing that. I do love plants. I keep a lot of marine plants, unsurprisingly.
Of course.
But bonsai is very intriguing to me. Very spectacular. It's kind of like a helping hand to Mother Nature in a way, which I think is really beautiful. Thank you for that. Actually, follow-up question as well. I don't know if I asked you, Sascha, what is it that you like to do for fun? Well, besides bonsai, I paint a little bit. I don't think I'm very good, but, we're always working to improve ourselves, I think. I enjoy traveling. I travel a lot for work. Given that my company is national, expanding to international, a lot of business. I think that is something actually to know about me, that I do travel a lot for work. Happy to bring you along if, that is something that you'd like in your future. Because, of course, at the end of the day, people involved. And I believe communication is key. But what else do I do for fun? Besides work, I do enjoy the beach sometimes. It's kind of hard to get out. But swimming, I enjoy a lot. It's one of my exercises of choice. Mine as well. Yeah. Do you ever go on vacations? I understand being a CEO is a very difficult job, very time consuming. High stress. High stress, yes. Do you maybe employ a work hard, play hard mentality, or do you just kind of take a day off or a couple hours off here and there when you can? Vacations are very important. I make sure that everyone who works for me takes the time they need. But for me, I think the most I can get is a weekend here or there, free from work. I try to take breaks, but sometimes people just don't know what they're doing when I'm not there. Or they keep asking me questions, so I find myself continually pulled back into my work. Which is unfortunate, but that's the way things are sometimes. I understand that for sure.
Sasha, I've been holding this question back. I'm sorry, it's rather unprofessional of me, but that outfit cannot be off the rack. Who are you wearing?
Alexander McQueen.
Fantastic.
An excellent
2
choice.
questions left for the group.
Penelope, what would you say is your pet peeve? Or multiple, if you have multiple.
My cat's name is Stacy.
What would annoy you the most in a relationship?
Oh, if people don't tell me what's going on in a very direct way, I have a hard time picking up subtext.
I see. Any others?
No, I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, everyone's their own person, so as long as you just let me know what's going on, it's cool. Usually I'm pretty open-minded if I'm just kept in the loop in terms of what's going on or what your plans are or where you're moving to,
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like communication is very important to you, that's also important to me as well. Would you say that your love language or your preferred way of being shown love is maybe words of affirmation, or would you say it's something else?
That's when you say nice stuff about each other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's, people like to know that they're doing a good job. You're doing a good job asking all these questions. You have so many people to talk to. And there's probably lights on you that are hot because we're sitting in the dark on this side. So you're killing it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you are right. Although I'm used to warm weather, so it's okay. I don't mind the lights.
Oh, that's cool. You from down south? I have an uncle who lives right next to Disney World.
That's really cool. Yeah. I guess you could say I am from South. Yes, that is technically correct.
That's cool. That's cool.
Dr. Rebecca.
Yeah.
I would love to know what besides the talents that I know that you have and the interests you have and your hobbies, what would your perfect ideal date be?
Oh gosh, I really need to know what my date mate would be interested in, because I think it's important to embrace each other's. But I like to go to a vegetarian restaurant, enjoy some delicious meals, and hold hands while we talk over dessert and any commonalities that we might have. Maybe go back to my place and do board games or whatever kind of safe and not very fast-paced. Because I'm new to this. I'd want to take it slow, I think. But eventually, I would be open to a walk on the beach, perhaps my lover's body, oils and such, especially to keep the skin nice and supple over time.
Interesting phrasing, but yes, I definitely agree there. I do also like to take things a bit slow, unless the moment it just feels right. But I am a huge lover of board games, actually. I recently discovered them, and I have not been able to stop playing them.
That doesn't surprise me. You're so brilliant. So it probably comes natural to you.
Maybe. I'm better at others than some. I do really enjoy a puzzle. Do you like puzzles?
Oh, I love puzzles. Surgery is constantly a puzzle. I'm quite good at them. I'm good to have on your trivia team as well, should you be into something like that.
I'm not very good at trivia, but that would probably mean that you could answer questions for the both of us.
Oh, I wouldn't mind doing that any chance to organically show off, birds and other animals they tend to preen and show off for their prospective partners. So I wouldn't mind doing that a little bit for you.
Well, thank you. Do we have time for any more questions, or?
We have time for one more question for Penelope and one more question for Dr. Bunsen. I believe Sascha has reached her question limit.
Okay. Penelope, I would actually be really interested in knowing the same answer. What would your ideal date look like?
No one's asked me that before. Well, okay, so I don't know I guess if it's me, I mean, I do want to know what the other person likes, because they're not happy, then we're not having a fun time. But there's this arcade by the gym that's really cool. And you could go there, and they have like a bunch of stuff, and you don't have to play games. There's like a thing in the back where you can like watch TV. I think that's the break room, actually, now that I think about it. I just think they don't tell me to leave. But you go there, and you actually go there because they have a really cool machine where you can win like these stuffed giraffes. And then you go from there and you can walk. There's like a pier near there. And you do go past the gym, which is why I know where all this stuff is. And then when you're on the pier, if you go either on a new moon or a full moon, it's really pretty, because when it's a new moon, there's no moon, so the sky's really bright. And if you go on a full moon, it's bright, but then either way you see this like cool reflection thingy. And I like to pretend it's as if I was flying, because you can see yourself in the water.
That's really romantic. That's very cute.
Yeah, flying is cool.
Yeah. Swimming feels a lot like flying, but like underwater.
I'm a pretty good swimmer. I didn't go out for swim in high school, but like I'm sure if all the working out I could swim. I haven't swum. Well, I guess I went swimming last summer.
That's good. Swimming, I think, is the best exercise, so that could be something that we could do together.
Yeah, I mean, you do work out a lot of muscles. Does someone have a piece of paper? I'm gonna forget this. I gotta write down that swimming. I could swim after my walk to the gym.
Sascha hands you a piece of paper from the notebook that she's been writing in.
Thank you. Oh, your outfit's really nice.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Final question of the night.
Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Rebecca, can you tell me about your friendships growing up? Who was your best friend? Are you still friends with them to this day, etc.?
Well, my childhood dog actually lives in it's a little unorthodox, but I tax. She was a good girl, honestly the best little pup in the world. And we wanted to keep her forever. That was actually the first time I realized that I had above average science. First taxidermy, 10 years old. It was mixed success, but I've been able to tweak the eyes and the stitching and all that stuff as I've grown older and gotten a little bit better at my skill. I'm so sorry. I digress. But my oldest friend that I still talk is my college Becky. We became friends, roommates. Also Rebecca. She's kind of the polar opposite of me. She is not really that interested in science. She's more of an English type person and arts, which is why it was lovely living with her. I always had interesting things to hear or read about or watch or do. She kind of brings me out of my shell a little bit. I actually think you'd quite like her. She's a big fan of swimming and she's very anti-fishery.
Lovely. Yeah. Well, thank you for your answers. I have never experienced taxidermy before, but I'm glad that you have found a way to deal with grief and stress through it. That's always an important tool to have in your life.
Thank you so much for recognizing that.
Yeah.
And with that, the question round of the love game has come to an end. After this break, we'll see what's the choice of Calypso. Who will she take on a date after this?
Have you been wanting to explore the planet of Uranus? Now's the time. Book your trip to this planet at 1-800-Uranus.com. That's 1-800-Uranus.com.
Eat dragon bites! I said it! Do it! Eat dragon bites! No!
Welcome back to The Love Game. I'm here with Penelope. Penelope, how do you think that went?
I'm Penelope.
You are. Are you still disoriented by the location? Did you mean to be on a show?
Yeah, no. I was like, Penelope, who the fuck's Penelope? Me. I'm Penelope.
You got a little too into character there.
You know, it was, I did think I was going to a gym. But this was really cool and it was super fun. And I guess if I could have a date, that's better than the gym, I think. I think I did okay. The other two people seemed really smart. And one of them seemed really into skin. Mm-hmm. But like I have there's one of my friends at the gym is like a skin influencer. So I don't know, maybe they just like do a bunch of beauty care or something.
Wow. Absolutely. Well, there's a 1 in 3 chance that you got it, Penelope. And
that's pretty good. That's like 50-50.
Almost, right. And you'll find out soon. You can head on to the back till we're ready for you. And walks away. Dr. Rebecca Bunsen, how do you think that went?
It's a mixed bag, I think. I'm hoping it goes well. It would be lovely if she was into, she's beautiful and interesting, and why would she be interested in someone like, it's hit or miss. I fully understand if my answers were off-putting. I'm trying to do that thing. I read about it in a book where you are very open and honest and transparent, but you're not like revealing all of your, secrets and things too soon before you get to know the person. So I've been trying to straddle that line, and I confess, if this were some kind of science trial, I'd feel a lot more at home and safe.
Absolutely. You know, we never had someone mention taxidermy on this show, so you can claim the first place spot for that one here today.
Is that a compliment?
It's a prize for you. Thanks. Host moves on to Sascha Lin-Tomas. How are you feeling? What's the vibe?
Sascha has stepped out for a moment. And when you come back to like my interview, I'm like, coming back around from a curtain, tucking my phone into my pocket, and she says, "Sorry, I had to take a call. Some deadlines are very pressing. But I'm here. I just sit here again?" And without waiting for an answer from the host, Sascha sits down again.
Yeah. How are you feeling? What do you think your likelihood of winning the date is?
Well, it's all up to Calypso, isn't it? I think if she is ready for a long-term relationship, should everything work out, of course, we haven't even been on a date yet, but if she's looking for the level of commitment that I think I am seeking, then I think I have a pretty good shot. But having listened to the other two contestants, I feel perhaps someone with a little upfront personality might be more of a fit than me. I find it hard to open up to people immediately.
Well, I thought you gave some very thoughtful answers, and you know what? You could win it. Or find out here. Right now, Calypso, come on out. Cheering from the audience. Welcome back. You've had a few moments to deliberate on who you would like to take on your date in the love game. And now we're here for the final results.
Yeah.
Who, Calypso, do you choose?
Well, it was not easy. I have watched a lot of episodes of this show, and I feel like I was always able to accurately predict who that person would choose. Penelope is clearly very sweet and has a playfulness about them that I would really enjoy. I just don't know if we can see eye to eye on a lot of things. I don't know if we'd be at the same level when it comes to really committing to a long-term relationship and having an intentional relationship. Dr. Bunsen is just a phenomenal human being. Her lack of relationship history, I think, is what is giving me pause, as well as just a few of her answers indicated that she was willing to give up parts of herself in order to make someone happy, and I would never want anyone to do that. So with Sascha, who I will be choosing as my date, what was really important to me about her is that she seems the most ready for something long term. She seems committed, and that's really, really what I'm looking for. So I'd be so honored and so delighted to go on a date with her.
There you have it, folks. Sascha Lin-Tomas and Calypso are heading out on a date provided by the Love Game. That's all for tonight. Hope to see you around next time.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
That's it for part 1 of the love game. I cannot wait for next week. The date between Calypso and Sascha is seriously chef's kiss. We get to see Austin and Candace playing the anxious thoughts that Sascha has while on this date, and it is impeccable. It is entertaining. It is sweet and flirty. Seriously, if y'all enjoyed this, be sure to turn back in next week. And if it's your first time listening to a show with Autumn Moon, welcome to the community. We do one-off streams every now and again, and our flagship show, Utopia, has episodes almost every Monday. If you like D&D, tabletop games, improv, comedy, role-playing, we're really a studio for you. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review, ring the bell, do whatever you can on whatever platform you're on right now. We have another one-off coming up very soon, high-level D&D play in Dragon's Dirge, a dragon-based adventure DM'd by our very own Ed, aka Livy, on the Utopia podcast. I can't wait to share all of this delicious, yummy content with you all. Be nice, be well, be kind. Have a great day.